Hello, welcome back. We're playing some more Monster Prom here. I am Quinn, Cupcake, whatever you want to call me, and we are gonna have a little bit of fun. We're coming off of a dub, so that's exciting, right? We got Liam. He was pretty simple for us. First, one and done with Liam. Let me say that right now. But you're elected president for a day. What's the first law you pass? Trivia fact: presidents don't pass laws, so is this a trick question, or are you just being an idiot? You can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. The amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnets. $1 bills will now include a picture of me and the inscription, "Beware, too much awesomeness." My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever. Let's go trivia fact. If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? A swan. They're classy. Plus it reminds me of that myth Leda and the Swan. So at least by bestiality standards, it has a certain chic appeal. A great white shark. If I had to fuck an animal, let's at least make it a story worth telling. A human being, because I'm the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes in stupid questions like this one. Let's do the great white shark. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? 100 push-ups. No, 200 push-ups. They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. It's okay. We invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. Let's see. That's the Scott one. Who do we want to try to romance this time? Let's see. I'm torn between these two. I'm pretty sure that's Vera and I'm pretty sure that's Miranda. So we'll try Miranda. Alright. Probably gonna have a few interesting things, but we're probably gonna also have some repeat ones. Maybe I should try someone else. Let's see, our creativity is very low. Our charm is high. And so is our smarts. So let's boost our creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generation, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. You see Damien and Miranda with their heads in their hands. They look glum. You ask them what's up. Why does everybody always have Damien? Ugh, we're boned! I do not know what this boned means, but I'm not optimistic about our chances on the upcoming exam. It's not fair! I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in a really brutal mosh pit instead of going to class? And I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook. Twice. But for some reason, my servants are not allowed to take the test for me. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Chop up the teacher and melt his body in acid. No, there's got to be another way. Doesn't there? Easy. Just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system. You don't need to murder your teacher over something like this, just burn down the entire school. Let's lobby the government. So charming. Oh, yes, of course. My father has many excellent lobbyists in cryo-freeze for just such occasions. Why are they in cryo-freeze? Because if allowed to live freely, they would pose an untold threat to the survival of species, I think. It was Daddy's decision, in any case, and Daddy knows best.
The lobbyists do their job so effectively that the government not only cancels the class, but erases all memory of it from everyone's brains. You've got no idea what you just unlearned, but you did just gain 2 fun and 1 boldness.
Miranda and Polly. Alright, I'm trying to comprehend your request. What is there to comprehend? This is the first time I've done Polly's voice today. I'm kind of surprised. What is there to comprehend? It's really simple, Miranda. Take my cell phone, snap a pic of me face planting in my food with my eyes closed and my tongue out.
Rude dog. Leave my door closed.
But wherefore? Right here, Miranda.
You're about to point out that wherefore means why, but luckily Polly elaborates on her own, so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all.
It's a new meme, Miranda, like planking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning, and it's dope AF. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom? I suppose we do. Oh, we have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion for royal family. If you're good at it, you get lots of likes on social media, and also not executed. Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you, Red?
Heck yeah, you do. Don't you? I surely do. It's entitled Silverware Wear. It's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dress it in very tiny, fancy outfits.
Really? How have I not heard of this trend before? Beautiful silverware and fancy dresses are 2 of my biggest passions. This trend sounds like it was invented for me.
It may have been, by you, on the spot, but there's no need to go into that.
What's your favorite meme? Spiked salad forks and velvet evening gowns, seahorse steaks and steak knives and frilly skirts, teaspoons in tea dresses? This trend is no words. Yes, the glory of this spectacular combination would leave even me speechless as well, were I not so excited to create more memes with Red. We'll have to meet up soon. Bring all your most exquisite chopsticks. I shall bring doll clothes in which to dress them.
Yeah, totally! Hanging out with Miranda sounds amazing. Guess it's time to go out and try to find some exquisite chopsticks. My brain stopped working for about 2 seconds there. I apologize. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna be moving our stats up. We're low on creativity, boldness, and money. Let's go to creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you weren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems like you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain 2 creativity. Beautiful. You notice Miranda trying to put a smile on Liam's face. This should be good.
I simply do not understand how you can be so gloomy all the time, when the world is so full of wonder and magic.
I guess I'm not part of the Everything is Beautiful club.
The Everything is Beautiful club? Is that a secret club?
What? Oh, yeah, totally.
I want to join. Oh, how can I join?
Liam seems totally sexily disinterested in continuing this gag, but you have no such reservations. You tell her, you're in luck. I just happen to have the membership paperwork right here. Magic is real. Oh, it's super easy to join. All you have to do is eat a bunch of cotton candy and crap out a unicorn. Simpleton. You're in luck. You hand Miranda some membership forms you whipped up in Photoshop. They're totally fake, but she's loving it. Miranda fills out all the forms and then skips off to mail them to 1234 Fairy Dust Lane. Aren't you worried about what will happen when she finds out you made this whole thing up? You are, kind of, but when you run into Miranda later that week, she's super excited.
It worked. The Everything is Beautiful club accepted my application. They said I'm the first applicant they had in centuries. Recruiting is hard when you're a super secret club. They even gave me fun glittery stickers to put over ugly things to make them beautiful. But I haven't used any of them. You know why? Because everything is beautiful.
Miranda lets you borrow some of her stickers. You're pretty sure you can find some ugly people to stick them to. You gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Well, we're doing so good right now. Let's see here. Boldness is our lowest stat.
Gosh! I always do this. I never pay attention to where the freaking cat is.
I don't want to buy anything from you, you annoying person.
Okay. That's okay.
I could just sit at a table with just Coach. Polly and Miranda sit together, surrounded by Miranda's customary crowd of serfs.
So wait, you've actually got serfs who eat for you? Well, of course. I find eating to be terribly undignified, so I almost never do it. Hey, me neither. What other kinds of crazy serfs have you got? Well, I have a serf to go to the bathroom for me, a serf to experience difficult emotions for me, a serf for keeping my silverware in alphabetical order. I even have a surfing serf for standing on top of whenever I go surfing. Wow, that's a lot of serfs.
Kind of slipped into my Miranda accent there.
It's a fair amount. The only limit is my imagination. Unfortunately, my imagination serf imagined a way to escape from serfdom, so now I'm all out of ideas. Well, I'm sure with the help of Red, we could probably think up a dope new kind of serf. Oh, is that so? I can't wait.
Well, you're on the spot now. What will it be? Miranda, you should get a puppy serf. It's not actually a serf, it's just like 50 cute dogs. Yes.
A serf? That's actually just a room full of cute puppies. Why didn't my imagination serf come up with such a marvelous idea? I swear, if he hadn't escaped, I'd have hanged him by now. I'd have him hanged by my execution serf immediately. As a matter of fact, would you like to be my new imagination serf? The pay is non-existent, but you make up for it in constant fear of death.
You politely decline Miranda's offer, but agree to go to the animal shelter to help pick out a puppy serf instead. Huzzah! All right. Our charm is okay. Our boldness is needing some work. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits and gain 2 boldness. Afterwards, Miranda summons you. It feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Thank you for coming, my dear. I've finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I'm destined to be the queen of the prom.
Oh, I skipped a bit. That's okay, we've done this before.
Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume prom queen is only a ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr., she's proving to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that, which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts?
Let's convince everyone that she likes humans. Yes. It doesn't take much to make someone look bad in this day and age. You, however, are monsters and went for total overkill. You hire a Chinese hacker to plant 10 years worth of pro bono work, rescuing human babies from lawnmowers in Ursula's name. At recess, Dr. Babylove of the Babylove Institute appears out of nowhere and presents her with a Humanity Award.
Yes, this will seriously harm her standing with the evil lawnmower creature contendant.
That's an important voting block. They're the ones who keep the schoolyard so tidy. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts. Okay. Okay. We're doing pretty good. Creativity is low, but so is money. Let's go to the library and get some money. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it! You gain 2 money. You see Miranda at the computer next to you. She's got a look on her face that can only mean one thing. Somebody's being shitty to her on the internet.
The impudence of this so-called internet. My great-uncle Malda got caught eating one child. Just one. And now everyone is talking as if he's some sort of serial child gobbler. It's not just trolls saying this either. All sorts of monsters are saying the most horrific things. I know what you're thinking. Miranda, why don't you just buy the whole internet and make them stop saying mean things about your family? And of course, that's what I've been trying to do. There's only one problem. There are plenty of people selling part of the internet, but I have no idea who owns all of it. From whom should I buy the whole internet?
Don't you see, Miranda? The true owner of the internet was you all along. The Illuminati, duh. If you want, I can put you in touch. Ooh. This is charming. This is a charming thing, but I don't think it's true. Because she can't make people stop saying mean things, so we'll do the Illuminati one.
Could you please? That would be most kind.
Miranda gives you a pillowcase full of precious gems and canned beans, the official currencies of the Illuminati, and you take it to your contact. You meet him at 2 a.m. in an upholstered booth at a pancake restaurant. He wears sunglasses and a fake beard. He counts the gems and beans, especially the beans, because he is a bean counter, and nods. Before you know it, all .com domains have become .Miranda instead, and all crude, and unseemly behavior is banned. Miranda video chats you with her new proprietary program to thank you.
This is marvelous. I can see everything on the internet now. Most of it was disgusting, though, so I simply removed it. I knew the solution to my problem was to spend a ridiculous amount of money on it. That's always the solution.
Miranda's gratitude sort of makes up for the fact that you can't find any good porn online anymore. Oh no, we've ruined the internet! That's what the internet is for! We gain 2 charm and 1 smarts. Not too bad though. Our stats be looking nice. The Coven. The Coven Miranda Polly event. You arrive at your lunch table to find the Coven eating. Polly and Miranda are screaming.
We're under attack. Alarm, alarm, summon the guards. They're using their bizarro mind powers on me. The cute tall one is my less attractive evil twin. She uses shades just like me, clearly because of the evil twin thing.
We're not attacking anyone. We're eating. What do you mean, less attractive?
Lies, subterfuge. I can feel them in my brain making me less cool and sexy.
Every single lunch hour. You can't allow your friends to be attacked. Quick, save them from this fiendish menace. Joust them in Miranda's honor. You slap a colander on your head, a baking sheet on your chest, and a jousting lance under your arm.
My hero, charge, vanquish the invaders.
Oh, hey, we don't want any trouble. We'll just move over there.
Victory, the day is saved. Oh, valiantly fought, noble champion. What? Did those 3 just disintegrate into a pile of turtles? Or am I super high?
You think that question pretty much answers itself. They did, in fact, disintegrate into a pile of turtles. Let's see. Creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. Excuse me. You act so hard, some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses, to be exact. Damn. Roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. It seems 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet, you gain 2 creativity. Beautiful. Somebody puts a sack over your head and throws you in a car. You drive for hours before they let you out and take the sack off. It's clearly the first floor restroom. Miranda's sitting on a makeshift throne while her goons jump in and out of a toilet.
I'm glad you came. My Prom Queen campaign is moving on to the next stage. Your expertise is crucial for this part. Most of my inner circle are fish, hardly helpful unless genetically engineered beyond recognition. Speaking of which, I need you to help me sneak a 3-meter-tall, heavily armed, clawed assassin named Tresca into the school. No reason, but if you're friends with that singing harlot Ariel, you'd best say your goodbyes.
Do nothing? Every student at our school is some kind of bizarre monster? We need a diversion! Release the Kraken! No, we've released the Kraken. It failed horribly. Every student at our school is a bizarre monster.
That is so true. As a matter of fact, I think we already have an enormous heavily armed codfish at our school. Tresca can simply kill him and take his place. It's as Father always says, you can't make an omelet without severe collateral damage. This is the sort of plan Tresca should have been able to come up with on his own. He's the assassin, after all. I almost did a lower class's job. He saved my dignity. Doing our cod's job is like 100 ranks beneath me, right next to being from Iceland.
You've just averted the real crisis here. You gain 3 boldness.
Look at our stats! They're through the roof, baby!
I think we're getting the hang of this game. I think we're starting to figure it out. Auditorium. Let's do it. Do it one more time. Crank it for old time's sake. That day while rehearsing the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it. Also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggest moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain 2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask other players to call you that name until the end of this run. You catch Miranda posing in front of a mirror, gazing dreamily at her reflection.
Oh, how I would love to win the talent show. Of course, Daddy pays a dozen peasants to tell me how talented I am every morning, but that's not the same. After all, they're peasants. No, to hold that heavy, spiky trophy in my hands, or rather, to have my servants hold it. Oh, that would make me the happiest princess in all the land. But I'm so nervous. What if they don't like my song? What if my skin is too scaly? What if I accidentally say a swear? Okay, Miranda, be calm. Remember what Daddy says. If you don't calm down, failure is 100% assured. That's not helping. Now I'm even less calm.
Looks like Miranda's caught in a vicious cycle. Quick, help her out before she worries herself to death. Don't worry about those chumps in the audience. If they don't love you, then they're untalented. At recognizing talent! I know a great trick for beating stage fright. Just picture everyone naked. This seems like the kind of bullshit that would work.
Aw, you're so sweet. That's just what Daddy's peasants always tell me. Wait, are you one of Daddy's peasants? You are, aren't you?
Rude dog! Stop it!
No matter where I go, I can't escape them. I simply cannot trust anyone. Begone, filthy peasant. I am on a quest for love that is genuine. Oh, how terrible it is to be adored by everyone on the penalty of death.
You wouldn't know. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. Damn. That's harsh. We're trying, though. We don't have Miranda. We could go to the cat. We could buy something.
Hey, last night I read this article on how money causes pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me that dangerous money you have in your still healthy pockets.
Alright, what are we buying? Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death? A fake sexy Latin accent. High school social life is so hard that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. Gift that keeps on giving. See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs given. Some practical, yet kind of funny glasses. We could buy Dragon Heat. Presumably these enhance our various stats. I'm gonna do Hype Station.
Well, nothing better than the smell of money. Well, there are actually many better smells, but you know what I mean, right?
Alright, we got a hype station. I don't know what it does. Presumably things. Alright. Our charm is low. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. As you will wander around, talking to yourself like a weirdo, you notice Miranda wandering around, talking to herself like a weirdo. She seems to be addressing an imaginary crowd.
Oh, hello. I was just practicing my royal wave for when I am crowned prom queen. I fear there was a lot to be learned before I ascend the throne. Naturally, as a princess, I am already great at wearing crowns, talking to cute animal friends, quelling rebellions through excessive force, and singing sweetly. But I lack administrative experience. I have never so much as issued a decree. I wonder what my first should be.
You don't have the heart to tell her that the role of prom queen doesn't come with sovereignty. Maybe you should just give her some suggestions instead. Paint every student pink. Maybe because our creativity is higher, it'll work this time. I was right!
Ah, yes, paint. The great equalizer. How much more docile, more uniform, and more color-coordinated they will be. Of course, I suppose people do have other distinguishing features that paint wouldn't take care of. Some have fangs, for an example. That's an easy fix. We issue prosthetic fangs for everyone. Or even easier, simply remove the fangs of anyone who has them. Yes, that's a good starting place. We shall go from there. Everyone will be so pretty.
You may have just planted the seeds for a rather unsavory political regime, but Miranda is excited about it, so yay. Sorry, fellow students, you gained 2 fun and 1 creativity. Look at our stats! They're so good! I could say any bullshit and get away with it. Cats in the class and the silver spoon. Smarts and charm. That's what we need. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take anymore, so you go valiantly straight to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist! You gain 10 righteousness, but this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that. And plus 2 charm! You're minding your own business when Miranda comes rushing up to you, clearly distraught.
Most terrible news, my friend. I have just watched the documentary Game of Thrones, and now I fear for my own royal family. I did not realize how susceptible we might be to random acts of treachery, or how often we romance our siblings. I don't want to be shot in the chest by a crossbow while sitting on the toilet. That doesn't sound proper at all. Please help me put my poor mind at ease. How can I possibly identify potential traitors in my court?
Just keep an eye out for the classic signs. Shifty eyes, hooded black cloaks, ordering knives in bulk. Pretty much everyone is a traitor. Just spin a bottle and whoever it points at, kill them. Ooh. Keep an eye out for the classic signs.
No, that can't be right. You just described Count Nice Guy von Trustworthy, our Grand Vizier. The Count can't possibly be a traitor. His last name is Trustworthy, after all. Names are quite important, you know. Or perhaps you don't. You are rather poor.
Luckily for you, you're too poor to afford a name change, otherwise you might change yours to Stupid McDopey Pants. You lose 2 charm and 1 boldness. Damn it! I'm trying, gosh darn it. We don't have Miranda. We don't have money to go to the cat. We might as well do... I don't know. We could be lame and sit with no one, but I'll sit with Liam and Damien. When you reach Liam and Damien's table, you find it absent of food, but covered in paperwork.
Do we really need all these special forms? Can't we write death threats on regular paper?
For the last time, Damien, substantive change within an administrative system requires mastery of the mechanisms of bureaucracy.
What if we wrote death threats on really fancy paper.
Liam turns to address you. As you can see, my mastery of realpolitik has caused me to embrace an unlikely ally in my quest for reform.
I have no idea what he's saying. I just want the cafeteria food to stop being so fucking boring.
You see, our interests are aligned. I too desire a menu less pedestrian.
Sure. Either way, we're stuck on the last bit. We know we want the menu to change, but we don't know what to change it to.
Yes, we have indeed encountered the culinary block. Perhaps you can suggest something appropriately artistic. A white plate with a single sprig of parsley in the center, the essence of minimalism. A bowl of knives, the essence of knives. Minimalism. That's it.
That's it?
Don't you see, Damien? It's a bold commentary on the emptiness of consumption.
Really? It sounds like a plate with a leaf on it.
Oh, you'll never understand.
But like, why even have a leaf on the plate if you're trying to be so minimalist?
My God, you're right. Why even have a plate? Why have anything at all? That's it, our new menu item. Nothing. The school receives Liam's petition. From now on, the lunch line will include one empty tray. A great victory for artistic expression. Okay. Okay. Still trying to pump up my charm. I'm scared though. I don't want to lose. Let's do smarts. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that this attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. You see Miranda looking much deeper in thought than she usually is in a classroom. She's also talking aloud under her breath. And that's why you must recognize the evil of the air people. No. That's why you must recognize the evil of the air people. That's why you must recognize the evil of the air people. Oh, hello, Red. Have you recognized the evil of the air people? Spooky High is so useless 99.999999% of the time. The only things that are really of any interest are meeting potential suitors and preparing for prom. And now seizing this opportunity to turn everyone in the school against the air people. Ms. the Loch Ness Monster said we could do our presentation on whatever we are most passionate about, and there's nothing about which I'm more passionate than defeating the air people. I simply cannot stand by as this monster race consistently showers at night instead of in the morning, puts more jelly than peanut butter on their sandwiches, and refuses to accept Daddy as their rightful king and overlord, even after his second invasion. It's so important to me that the rest of the class recognizes the horror of these feathery, guacamole-hating socialist upstarts. What's the best way to get everyone on my side? Bribe everyone into blind racism against the air people using cookies. Tell everyone that the air people don't tag their spoilers. Aha! Yes! That's exactly how to get to the hearts of high schoolers. The genocides my kingdom has committed are nothing compared to the agony of coming across an untagged spoiler. Surely my classmates will see the unchecked plot twist exposures as a sign that the air people are the monsters they are. I mean, technically you are all monsters, aren't you? This is spooky high school. Aren't you trying to go to monster prom? Whatever. The point is, Miranda ends up giving a bomb.com presentation full of very convincing propaganda. Today, I'm going to tell you about our absolute worst enemy, the air people. They hate all chocolate and love pineapple on their pizzas, like sociopaths. My father has invaded the Air Kingdom no less than 4 times, and yet they still refuse to submit to the Mer people's rule. Hey, Mary, I hate to try to be the one to tell you this, but it kinda sounds like your kingdom, maybe. Remember when all those episodes of Sport Seats were leaked? Yeah, it fucked up my clubbing plans because everyone was busy freaking out. It was the air people. When someone revealed it was Professor
Professor Lufresh, who was murdered in the new Gavin Bell Tower and the Bell Tower of Hell book.
That was the worst part of my whole fucking childhood!
Air people!
Oh man, these things have made my friends sad. These air people must be horrible.
Yes, Scott. Have you ever had to record a sports game to watch later, only to find out the score before you got home?
Yeah, I have, and every time it's happened, it's been the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
It was the air people, Scott. Air people. Every single time.
The class begins to chatter the chatter of angry fandoms. By the end of the presentation, it would seem that she has an entire classroom of devoted initiates ready to follow her into a battle against the air people. And from the beaming smile Miranda shoots you, perhaps she'd be willing to follow you to prom? At the very least, you gain tons of propaganda against the air people, 2 charm, and 1 creativity. We're doing okay. Alright. Week 6 morning. Where are we going? Outdoors? No. Well. Oh, there's the cat. I checked. There's the cat there. So we're not going to the outdoors. We're going to the bathrooms. That day you skip class just to hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you draw some graffiti on the wall.
No way!
The graffiti says, "I'm bold as fuck." And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, "Well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold." And then you gain 2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. You see Miranda hovering in the hallway, whistling to herself and checking out her reflection in her own scales.
Why, hello there, Red. How funny and random to see you here entirely by coincidence near your locker. Seeing as how we've been getting on so well lately, I've decided to afford you the honor and privilege of taking me to the seahorse races. You can pick me up after school today and bring me an assortment of flowers and chocolates as a gift. You're welcome.
Aw, man, a chance to buy shit for Miranda and take her out on an outing you have no interest in? Sounds amazing. Let's rock! You go to the horse races and look for Miranda. She's wearing a beautiful and intricate horse race hat. Unfortunately, a sudden gust blows the hat away. You could swear that you could hear the wind whispering, "Not enough budget." But it surely must have been your imagination.
No, my hat. Hey, Red, I'm here. Hi, look at this. Daddy always gives me money when I go to the seahorse races. It isn't much, of course. Only,
What is that, 3 million?
3 million money, but it should still make things more fun to bet. Of course, nothing would sour this lovely date faster than picking a losing horse. So I'll put this daunting choice entirely on you. How should we choose the winning seahorse so that this day goes down in memory as a pleasurable experience rather than a sign that we should never speak again?
Yikes. No pressure then. But no worries. You have the perfect method for choosing winning race seahorses. The only way to tell a winning seahorse is by its taste. Or by taste, excuse me. Why watch people ride seahorses when you could be riding me? No, literally though. Get me a saddle and let's enter the race. That's pretty bold. I've got a lot of bold. I think either one of these answers is going to be okay. I'm going to do this one.
Right, you? Why, this is an option I've never contemplated. I've never heard of one person riding another before.
Aw, Miranda. Bless.
If there's one thing I've learned from years of helping Daddy suppress peasant uprisings, is that if you want to do something right, have your servants do it themselves. But since they're not here, I suppose that makes you my servant. Let's do it. Let's win the race ourselves.
The 2 of you sneak down into the stables and quickly forge the necessary paperwork to enter the race. At the sound of the Mercon shot, you and your fellow seahorses are off and running. You run as fast as someone hoping to earn a prom date with a beautiful mermaid princess, but who has only ever participated in one form of physical activity, dodgeball. For some reason, your school only offers dodgeball and physical education, and this prepares you neither to carry weight for an excessive amount of time, nor for long-distance running. Damn it! It doesn't take long for you to collapse in the middle of the racetrack, causing Miranda to burst into tears and you to be trampled by many, many seahorses. You finally pull yourself to your feet. When you finally pull yourself to your feet, you're all of you in pain. You only to see Miranda fuming before you. I can't believe you would betray me in this fashion. How dare you make me seem like a loser in front of my devoted subjects, all of whom adore me, or else Daddy would kill them. I wish never again to ride you. With that, she storms off in a huff. This does not bode well for the future of your relationship. You lose 2 charm, not to mention the 1 money from the bet you placed on your dumb self. I think we're gonna have trouble getting Miranda to go to the prom with us. Alright. Well, we don't have a Miranda. We'll do Liam and Scott. We find Liam taking a picture of his food and Scott taking a picture of also Liam's food. Ah, yes, Scott, snap away. My artistic plating is too magnificent to ignore. Artistic what? I'm playing Pokemon Go. The hit version of the Pocket Humans video game. What do Pocket Mans have to do with my food pic? There's a level 43 Bernard Henson hanging out in the middle of your plate. Here, take a look. Scott, why does your phone show a tiny human doing pottery on top of my eggplant ravioli? You mean you don't know Bernard Henson? He used to be a chartered accountant, but now he's decided to pursue his dream of being a world-famous potter. That major life change has made him super rare. Pocket humans almost never follow their dreams. Well, I don't care how rare he is. His presence is spoiling my pristine food pic. Spoiling it? But pocket humans are way cooler than a boring old food pic. You will take that back. Uh-oh, tempers are running a little high. Looks like it's up to you to settle this dispute. Scott's right, Liam. Why take a normal cliched pick of food when you can take a food pic of Scott capturing a Pokemon off your food pic? Scott, look, over there. There's a Stuart Hogarth on top of that pile of mashed potatoes. Stuart Hogarth? The strongest accountant-type Pokemon in the game? What does it even mean to be a strong accountant? Is he, like, really good at math? No, he's just super buff. The buffest accountant. I've gotta have him. Scott bounds across the cafeteria and practically dives into Gary Gremlin's mashed potatoes, looking for a Pokemon to capture. Do you think he actually knows how to play Pokemon Go, or do you think he just likes diving into other people's food? The two of you debate the question while you help Liam line up the perfect food pick. Later, he lines up some very hot pics of you. Alright. Week 6 evening. This is spiced. An epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense, both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting a part of your charm against part of the other team leader's charm. That commitment amazes your whole team, and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take 2 charm from the other fab team's leader. She's now a bit less fabulous. You open your locker and a cloud of gas knocks you out. You come to your senses plummeting towards Earth, rapidly approaching terminal velocity. You fall into the school's backyard, into the hands of Miranda's biggest goons. Your classmates don't notice. It didn't work. None of them even noticed your glorious fall. People are so used to spectacle at this school. This slow ascension is tiresome. I need a glorious act, a grand gesture to secure my throne. Can you think of something while I flay my salmon? No more talk. We bring war! I will build a monument to you, Your Highness. It will rival the sun and the atrocities your family has committed. I should have thought about that for about 2 seconds more. Atrocities? Why would you say that? We never did anything bad. Only what's necessary. I thought you understood that. I thought we would put the peasants down together. Oh, I shouldn't even be here. Father wants me home by 5 to violently suppress a rebellion. Miranda sadly walks toward the sea, where an amphibious tank awaits. How insensitive of you. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. Monster Prom draws near. I don't think she'll say yes. I really don't. I'm gonna try it, but I don't think she will. Pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you?
Ech, my sisters told me I could get diseases if I dated commoners. Stuff like crabs or poverty. I must decline.
Failing at Monster Prom broke the essential process of growing up in your life. You became fixated on it and never became a functional adult. Now you're just an old person that sits at parks and talks to strangers about the time you almost got a date to Monster Prom. It's as weird and as sad as it sounds. That's unfortunate. I didn't expect her to approve of me afterwards. After we failed all those checks. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. As you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was beautiful. Miranda used her vast knowledge of surfs to get a job handpicking the best surfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her surfs to do the work. Liam started an iconoclastic band that broke all conventions. We might have been able to go to prom with Liam. But, oh well. Their latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't get it. Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson. Fortunately, prison was flammable. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid and ready to start. Alright, well, I tried. I didn't do very good, but we tried. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you click the subscribe button and the like button. Both of those things cost you virtually nothing, and they make me feel good. So I would appreciate that, and it makes me happy. Leave comments. Tell me how I'm doing. I really want to know. I did change the format of Monster Prom recently just because the 2 episodes were it was kind of annoying. It was easier for me because then I could just record one every once in a while, but I think I'm kind of liking this one a little bit more, so tell me if you like it too. Anyway, thank you very much. All that said, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful time until then. Bye-bye!